Hi everyone, this is Keone Hutton from Haunting You. I got in a good discussion today with someone talking about a spark electric, electric fence that sparks, and so I wanted to show how I did my setup. So these are the three main pieces for what we needed. The first is the most important, and that is a battery charger. So this is a fairly typical battery charger. It's an older model, found it at Goodwill some years ago. And I like this older model because some newer models have a safety feature where if you overload it, like we're going to do with the sparking fence, then it automatically switches off. This one also will switch off eventually, but it allows, or it goes for quite a while before, it goes for several seconds before that kickoff happens. Off of that battery charger, there are two leads, and these are what you would normally use to connect to the battery. One is red, one is black. This is a DC system that's direct current. Like all batteries are, they are direct current. Red is positive, black is negative. Your current is going to flow from one to the other. Technically, it's flowing from negative to positive because electrons are negative, but we don't need to get into that much detail. Just know you have your positive, this is your hot, your black, your negative. You could also call it the ground. So when I hook it up, I'm going to take my black lead and hook it up to the electric fence. So I'm just using this piece of galvanized steel bar as my fence. And actually, when I set it up for my fence, I threaded this bar through the links of the chain link fence to get a better contact for the circuit. I don't know if it actually made a difference or not, but I think it did, so I've continued to use it. So I'm going to take this piece of galvanized steel bar and just connect the negative lead to it with your typical alligator clamp. Then I use this bat that I picked up at Goodwill for apparently $3.99 according to the price tag that's still on it. Notice it has a coating over the top. That coating does not conduct electricity, and so I had to take just a little bit of really rough sandpaper and sand away the coating from the edge in order to make a contact. On the opposite end of the bat, I just took a regular cord. I think it came off an old vacuum that I picked up in a estate sale. Stripped 2 inches of bare wire off it and threaded that onto the bottom of the bat and then covered it with electrical tape. I took both wires off of that plug and they're both touching the bat so that both wires on the plug, you notice it's a 3-prong plug, both wires, this prong and this prong, go to the same place. They're both touching the metal bat. So when I go to touch it, or when I go to hook it up to the battery charger, I'm going to connect the positive lead to both, and it'll make a really good contact that way. When I actually used this outdoors, I didn't have an alligator clip on this. I actually put a 3-pronged plug on this one wire, and that way I was able to plug this into an extension cord, and it gave me gave my actor a lot more freedom of movement. So that's really all it takes. I have the battery charger plugged in, positive lead is attached to the bat, negative lead is attached to my galvanized steel, and as soon as I start touching it, you can see the sparks flying. The closer you get, or the farther away you get from on the fence, from wherever your negative contact is, the less the sparks are going to be. So for the best effect, keep it nice and close to wherever that is. And then I always make sure that I put the positive on whatever my actor is going to be holding and the negative on the fence. That way there is no danger to the guests. If the guests touch the fence, there's no electric potential there. There's no voltage there. All the voltage is on the bat. So that keeps all of the control with my actor. There's no chance that the guest could potentially touch the two together at an unexpected time. So positive controlled by the actor, negative is on the fence, and we get a nice, brilliant spark anytime that the bat is touching it. If you have any questions, please feel free, put it in the comments, and I'd be happy to talk about it more. But it's one of the easiest setups that I've ever done. Super cheap. In total, this cost me less than $20. Battery charger, bat, and this $229 for the bar. The fencing, though, got a little bit more expensive. But I was able to find some on Craigslist for free. People trying to get rid of their fences. Keep an eye out for it. Feel free, ask questions. I'm always happy to talk electricity. But in the meantime, happy hunting.